Westbrook extended his NBA record to 187 triple-doubles and scored 2 huge baskets in the final minute of regulation to send the game to overtime. He did miss a key shot that you heard right here on 710 ESPN LA. Listen to Richard Jefferson on Westbrook's performance.
Well, he is so important when you really look at, you expect LeBron James to miss some time. You expect Anthony Davis to miss some time. And not only that, you also want to be conservative with both of them. Having Russ gives you a third superstar. I know a lot of Laker fans have been questioning him and especially his start, and rightfully so. But ultimately, when he gets going, when he plays at this level, and it wasn't great. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to hold him to a championship standard. It wasn't great, but it was closer to the Russell Westbrook that he needs to be and that the team expects from him.
And here's what I would say about Richard, and Jay chime in here too, because you know basketball way better than I do.
You.
When you look at it, though, I'm a Laker fan, and I'm going to take that as great for me. And I enjoy watching him when LeBron's not on the floor. And I think for them to be successful, they've got to figure out when LeBron's not on the floor and when he comes back healthy, that Westbrook becomes that guy. So we can get what we got last night and several games ago when he was performing at the high level. Go and take it away, Jay.
That was his best performance in a Laker uniform. The scary thing is that there's still so much room for improvement. One of the things that we don't say about Russ is when we hear all these stats about, well, you know, he had a triple-double and look at the numbers. He almost had a quadruple-double again, right? It would have been
turnovers.
Second or third time he would have had it this season, only 10 games into the season before, right? So even AD had to address that after the game. It's like, look, he made critical shots down the stretch. Critical shots. They were going back and forth between him and Tyler Hero. Those buckets helped them win the game. But I think still, question marks around how will it work in the game scenarios when you have LeBron James, him, and AD on the court at the same time. Last night, seeing Malik Monk shoot the ball to that degree, you like seeing that because the shooting and the spacing, I think, is what this team needs. That's always going to be the question, though, until we get to playoffs. Like, I honestly, from a seeding perspective, we can talk about what the Lakers need to do to get the right seed, home court advantage, but we're really going to evaluate this team for when it comes to the playoffs. And what I will say now, as a fan that watches a lot of Laker games, I do often wonder, even when Russ is playing at this degree, at this level, what this team would have been like if they had made that move to get Buddy Hield. Seeing how Buddy Hield is shooting the hell out of the ball right now, seeing how he can dance with the ball and play off screen and roll, it does feel like initially, I'm not saying it's going to be this way long term, that Buddy Hield will be a way more complementary piece with AD and LeBron right now. I'm not saying it's going to be that way.
The history of the league has been, if you can get a difference maker on Westbrook's level, you get him. Last night, Key, I disagree. That's not great Westbrook. That's great for a normal player. Westbrook, and here's the thing. I am sure about this. Westbrook will be great Westbrook at some point this season. He's going to be much better than last night. And when that happens and he starts doing that consistently, the Lakers are going to be a whole lot of.
To you both.
I'm good.
Tell me, I want to hear, Key, you're a Lakers fan. Max, you're a fan of Russell Westbrook. Yeah. What is great Russell Westbrook?
Great Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, tell me what great Russell, like, tell me what numbers great Russell Westbrook is.
28 points on decent efficiency with, 13 assists and 10 boards in a win.
Great.
By himself,
That's great Russell Westbrook. I hear what you guys are saying. Perfect. The ball has to be in his hands a lot to do that.
That's why I said by himself.
So that's what I'm saying
That's
to you.
why I just said
Your
by
version
himself.
of great Russell Westbrook leads to my question, because the ball has to be in his hands to do that. And when the ball's in his hands, you take the ball out of the hands of LeBron James.
But he's not. That's why I said, though, Jay, that's why I started off saying, when LeBron is not there, I'm accepting this.
I heard that, yeah.
I'm accepting this. I'm okay with this. When LeBron is there, the ball's not going to be in his hands.
Well, that's that. And then that leads to the question, though.
It's not going to flow that way. That's why I've always been saying he will become, as we go down the stretch, and you watch what I tell you, he will become the second leader. He will become the second leader on the second unit.
Let's just remember this. James Harden
I said that I think he should be a guy in the second unit, and people chastise me.
James Harden controlled that Rockets offense, guys. James Harden, the ball was always in his hand. When they figured it out in Houston, Russell Westbrook was the guy initiating stuff.
Whoa. James Harden and LeBron James, completely different skill sets.
What I'm saying is, I wonder whether it doesn't stay in Westbrook's hand, even when LeBron is integrated. But wait a minute. Does that work in the playoffs, which is what you said,
Yes.
Jay? It didn't work in the playoffs in Houston. Will it work in the playoffs
This is
in
what I do
LA?
defensively. I shrink the floor, and all those shots, Russell, you're going to have to hit those shots because I'm not allowing LeBron to turn the corner. We're going to settle for Russell Westbrook jump shots, and that's how the Lakers are going to have to beat us.
And because LeBron has become a better jump shooter, you don't want the ball in his hands at all.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.